The Beast Incarnate just got demolished. Femi made history at the Royal Rumble, and the wrestling world will never be the same. What's up, Suplex Rumble family? Welcome back to the channel where we break down the biggest moments, the most shocking upsets, and the matches that leave us all speechless. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell because you do not want to miss our breakdowns of the most insane moments in professional wrestling. Today, we're talking about something I honestly didn't think I'd ever see in my lifetime. The Royal Rumble just gave us one of the most stunning moments in WWE history, and I'm still trying to process what we all witnessed. Femi just did the unthinkable. He didn't just face Brock Lesnar. He didn't just compete with the Beast Incarnate. He absolutely, positively, without question, ended him. Let's break down exactly how this seismic shift in the wrestling landscape went down, what it means for both superstars, and where WWE goes from here. Let's rewind for just a moment because the road to this confrontation was electric. Femi has been on an absolute warpath since arriving on the main roster. The ruler hasn't just been winning matches, he's been making statements. Every opponent who stepped up got knocked down, and knocked down hard. But Brock Lesnar? That's a different animal entirely. Literally, the Beast Incarnate. When the rumors started swirling that these two might collide at the Royal Rumble, the wrestling community went into overdrive. Social media was buzzing. Every wrestling podcast was debating, could Femi actually hang with someone like Brock Lesnar? Brock Lesnar is a name that brings instant credibility to any match. Former UFC heavyweight champion, multiple-time WWE champion, the man who conquered The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. When Brock steps into the ring, destruction follows. But Femi? This man carries himself with a confidence that borders on prophecy. He calls himself the ruler for a reason. At 6 feet 5 inches and 270 pounds of pure power and athleticism, Femi has been compared to a young Bobby Lashley, a dominant Ezekiel Jackson, and even shades of a prime Batista. The stare-downs in the weeks leading up to the Rumble were intense. Neither man backing down, neither man blinking. Just two absolute specimens of athletic dominance, ready to prove who truly rules the WWE landscape. The question wasn't just who would win. The question was whether Femi could survive the onslaught of the most dangerous competitor in WWE history. Spoiler alert, he did way more than survive. From the moment the bell rang, you could feel the electricity in the arena. The crowd was absolutely deafening. And let me tell you, this match delivered on every single level. Brock came out with that signature intensity we've seen demolish opponents for over 2 decades. He immediately went for the takedown, looking to use his amateur wrestling credentials and MMA background to ground Femi. But here's where things got interesting. Femi was ready. The ruler showcased incredible strength by stuffing Brock's initial takedown attempts. We're talking about stopping the momentum of a man who's ragdolled opponents twice his size. The look on Brock's face said it all. He wasn't expecting this level of resistance. What followed was an absolute clinic in power wrestling. These two behemoths started trading strikes that echoed throughout the arena. Every collision sounded like a car crash. Every slam shook the ring. This wasn't technical wrestling, this was two warriors trying to prove who was the more dominant force. Brock hit with a massive belly-to-belly suplex that sent the ruler flying across the ring. Vintage Lesnar. But popped right back up, stared Brock down, and smiled. That's when you knew this match was going to be something special. Returned fire with a thunderous shoulder tackle that actually knocked Brock off his feet. The crowd erupted. When was the last time you saw someone knock Brock Lesnar down with a shoulder tackle? The match went back and forth with both men landing their signature power moves. Brock hit German suplexes. Responded with power slams that shook the foundation of the ring. But here's where the ruler started to take control. Around the 8-minute mark, Brock went for his signature F5. He got up on his shoulders, the crowd was on their feet, and it looked like it was over. But Femi slipped out. What happened next was poetry in motion for a man that size. Caught Brock with a devastating spine buster that planted the beast into the canvas. The impact was so massive that the referee checked on both competitors. Wasn't done. He pulled Brock up and showcased his incredible strength with a military press slam that had the crowd chanting, "This is awesome." But the ruler wanted to make an even bigger statement. As Brock struggled to his feet, clearly dazed from the onslaught, measured him up. The crowd was at a fever pitch. Everyone in that arena knew something historic was about to happen. Hoisted Brock up for his devastating finishing maneuver, a move that's put away every single opponent he's faced. The execution was flawless. The impact was catastrophic. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. The ruler just pinned the Beast Incarnate. The arena exploded. Fans were jumping out of their seats. Commentators were losing their minds. Even the hardened wrestling veterans in the back had to be watching in absolute shock. The moment that 3 count happened, the entire wrestling landscape shifted. Femi stood tall in the center of the ring, his music playing, his hand raised in victory, and Brock Lesnar laid out on the canvas. An image that will be replayed for years to come. The post-match scene was incredible. Oba didn't showboat. He didn't disrespect Brock. He simply stood there with the confidence of a man who just proved everything he's been saying. The ruler has arrived, and he just conquered the most dangerous beast in WWE history. Brock eventually rolled out of the ring, and the look on his face was something we rarely see, a mixture of shock, respect, and perhaps even a hint of realization that a new powerhouse has emerged. Within minutes, wrestling Twitter absolutely exploded. Hashtags like #TheRuler, #ObaFemi, and #Royal Rumble were trending worldwide. Wrestling legends were tweeting their reactions. Fans were sharing clips and hot takes. Even mainstream sports media picked up the story. This wasn't just a wrestling moment, this was a sports moment. Some of the reactions from wrestling personalities have been incredible, wrestlers past and present showing respect for Oba's performance, analysts calling it one of the biggest upsets in Royal Rumble history, fans debating where this ranks among the greatest Rumble moments ever. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. What does this mean for Brock Lesnar? The Beast Incarnate has been the final boss of WWE for years. Beating Brock meant something. It elevated careers. It created legends. And now, Femi has that victory on his resume. For Brock, this could go several ways. Does he demand a rematch? Does this loss humble the Beast? Or does this ignite something even more dangerous in Brock Lesnar? History tells us that Brock doesn't take losses lightly. Some of his most violent, most memorable performances have come after defeats. Femi might have won the battle, but the war could be just beginning. This victory catapults Femi into the main event stratosphere immediately. Before this match, Oba was a rising star, someone with incredible potential. After this match, he's a proven commodity. He's a WWE main eventer. He's a legitimate threat to every championship in the company. The obvious question, what title is Femi going after? With WrestleMania season approaching, Femi just put every champion on notice. Whether it's the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship, the ruler has proven he belongs in that conversation. Imagine the matches we could see: Femi versus the current WWE Champion, Femi in a WrestleMania main event, Femi versus other top stars who now have to take him seriously as an elite threat. Beyond Brock Lesnar, there are so many incredible matchups on the horizon. The ruler could feud with established main eventers, creating dream matches we've never seen before. Each confrontation would be must-see TV because we now know Oba can hang with anyone. We could see battles with other powerhouses, testing who truly is the most dominant force in WWE. We could see clashes with technical wizards who try to outsmart the raw power of Femi. The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes this victory so exciting. Let's put this in perspective, Suplex Rumble family. The Royal Rumble has given us countless iconic moments over the decades. Shocking returns, unexpected winners, career-defining performances. But what Femi accomplished will be discussed for generations. He didn't just beat a former champion. He didn't just win a big match. He defeated an icon. He conquered a legend. He ended the Beast Incarnate. This is the type of moment that defines careers. This is the match that, 20 years from now, wrestling documentaries will feature. This is the victory that elevates Femi from prospect to superstar. For young wrestlers watching around the world, Femi just showed that with hard work, dedication, and belief in yourself, you can achieve the impossible. You can stand across the ring from a living legend and not just compete, you can win. Femi has been telling us who he is since day one. The ruler. The most dominant force in WWE. A lot of wrestlers talk a big game, but Oba backed it up in the biggest way possible. This isn't about disrespecting Brock Lesnar's legacy. The Beast Incarnate's accomplishments speak for themselves. But in sports, in wrestling, eventually every reign comes to an end. Every unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Tonight, Femi was that immovable object. And the entire world took notice. Suplex Rumble family, we just witnessed history. What did you think of Femi's incredible victory? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Are you excited for the ruler's future? What match do you want to see next? If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button. Subscribe to Suplex Rumble for more analysis of the biggest wrestling moments. And turn on notifications so you never miss when we break down the action. Share this video with your wrestling friends who need to know that a new era has begun in WWE. I'm your host, and remember, in the world of wrestling, anything can happen, and tonight, Femi proved